Yo, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video on the channel today. Today we've got a replay analysis for, I'm going to butcher this, Pavelzs17, Diamond 2, 2v2. This is a good example of what you can do if you are a console player and you would like me to review your replay. So he's just got this as an MP4 file so that I can watch it instead of a replay file like if it was on PC. So yeah, let's just get right into it. All right, so your line to this, I think you could have cut a little more infield and you would have been in a better place to just dive straight in at it and still get a good 50 if he did touch it. So just try to cover a little bit different challenge angle there and hit the ball, but you know that already. Try to work out with your teammate which one of you is going to go for it. The double commit is not a really good idea. So this, I would either leave it for your teammate or wait for it to get to a place where you're more comfortable with hitting it. It kind of seems like you don't really know how to read that. You're not quite sure, so be a little more patient in that scenario. The pressure's all right. You do want to try to land on your wheels, of course, but that comes with time. It's a good half flip challenge there. And I don't really know why your teammate didn't put that in. Careful of double commits. So really, here you should be kind of able to tell that he's not going to go. And you want to try to get in his face. But he did shoot right away. As soon as you see your teammate jump, go back down. You don't want to double, and that leads to 2 double commits because you both think, oh well, he just went, so I'm gonna go, and that leads to pinching it into the net from what I can see. Just a little more patience, and if you see your teammate go, back off. I'm not a big fan of diagonal flipping kickoffs. That's just me personally, but if it works for you, it works for you. Decent patience. Good beat. Nice flick. Good patience there in general to get that goal. So for this aerial, it is yours to go for, but you jump facing the wall. So if you just take a second, slow down a little bit, turn left, and like put yourself right on this boost pad facing the ball, and line yourself up before you jump, it's an easier aerial. And at that height, if you did line yourself up first, you wouldn't have to double jump. You could single jump, and then use your dodge to actually put power on the ball. As a general rule of thumb, I don't like to touch the ball if I'm facing back like this and I know my teammate's there, but luckily he didn't double commit with you. He might have been much further back and you might have known that or heard that, and I didn't, but sorry, I'm just trying to I think you definitely double jumped too fast. and it kind of took away some of your verticality on this aerial. And that might have helped you get a better touch. And if you were to go for that ball, I would recommend trying to hit it over into the wall. So keep your car facing the wall and just hit it over there. Maybe get something for your teammate. That's all right in diamond, but typically I would recommend that you don't let the ball bounce off your backboard like that, because as you start getting up into champ 1, champ 2, people are going to be hitting that ball where it is right now and scoring it, and neither of you guys went for it. I don't know, maybe you assume that your teammate would go for it. I'm not really paying too much attention to where he's at. Maybe he did go for it. It's very blurry. I apologize if I just get anything completely wrong, because it is a rather blurry video. I can't tell if he's on the wall or if he aerialed there. But even if he is on the wall, he should still get to this and clear it, but struggles, maybe low boost or something. You do well to improvise after. A good save from the teammate there, I think. In this scenario, it's good to turn around, but you don't want to touch that ball. Just let your teammate keep going with it. Let him do his thing. Decent flick. Decent aerial and pressure at the end of it. You did well to kind of just let him take himself away from the goal there. Just kind of force him. So this is kind of a tough hit to make, but where it goes wrong for you, it's going very well up until here. You want to keep turning toward the ball. You kind of straightened out and went to jump off the wall. So what I would recommend you do is keep turning toward the ball, and then as you get close to it, you diagonal flip and bang it. But it is a pretty good attempt, and that's a difficult thing to hit. Good recovery in general throughout this game. Your boost management has been pretty good. I haven't seen you struggling for boost at any point. Nice. It's a good double. See, there you front flip for it. I like that a little better. You did overcorrect right at the beginning of it. You see you're on the line towards like the right side of this ball. You'd want to be more right over here. I really hope you can see my mouse in this recording. But over to the left of where you are, kind of by this notch in the center. And then you want to make a big turn in right at the end. And then dodge to the right in this particular scenario, left if you're on the other side. And you would win that a little better. But because of the angle you went in at, if I can get that to stop in the right frame, I doubt it. So you can see he's coming in at this angle. Again, I really hope you can see the mouse. And you're coming in here, which is only... like you're both kind of on the same side of the ball, and it's only ever going to pinch to your left here. You would want to be directly in the middle of the ball. Like if you were looking at it from the center of your goal directly, then that's where you'd want to be on it, and you want to hit it at the horizon of the ball. So, or the horizon, oh my god. You want to hit it at the equator of the ball, perfectly in the middle, and then dodge back the way you came from, or away in some scenarios, but for people who are like early learning to kick off, I say just back the way you came, and you'll win a lot of kickoffs that way. A little too high there. Just take your time and really read where that's gonna go. You'll make contact with it. Again, I think this is one that could have been, with no pressure, that could have been a single jump aerial into a dodge for power, perhaps even a shot if you got the angle correctly. Instead of kind of fast aerialing for this ball makes you get too high and miss. Did good to get a clear touch before getting killed there. On the whole, though, your dribbling as well seems to be a strong point of yours. Especially in twos, I would say keep to that. It's a good thing to have. But to contrast that, your aerial game seems a little bit weaker. If I was to choose something for you to work on most out of looking at this, I would say it would be aerials. Reads, that kind of stuff. Just find yourself a training pack and try to get powerful touches off of aerials, different weird reads, that kind of stuff. It's alright to be patient there. Your teammate went up on the wall. It's not a bad touch and a good boost steal. Again, gonna point out your boost management has been good throughout. I haven't had any problems. Why did I say it that way? I haven't seen you have any problems with having boost, not having boost and needing to. That's another situation where your aerial could be improved, or perhaps this is more of a read situation based on looking at your opponent here and understanding that you're going to be beaten and placing yourself accordingly, more off over to the right of the ball, trying to get as high as possible and block his touch. I think it's a smart idea to let that die with your teammate in the other half there. Alright, I guess you guys get a little bit lucky off the kickoff. But overall, definitely not bad. Go over a couple of strong points. Your boost management is good. You're picking up small pads pretty decently. You're not like heavily focusing on corner boosts, but you are always maintaining boost, and your momentum is actually really good, in my opinion, for a diamond player. That's important as you go forward. I would say your dribbling is another really good point for you. Try to focus on getting as many of those as possible. People tend to give you a lot of time in diamond, from what I remember, so take advantage of it. And you did a good job of not really rushing, so that's very good. A lot of good patience displayed throughout. Some of your weaker points being aerials, reads, like bounces, difficult things like that. Reading your opponents and what they're going to do in terms of like manipulating the ball, which I guess comes down to challenging. So yeah, if I was you, to improve those things, I would get into training packs and, you know, find ones that have weird bounces or high aerials or that kind of stuff, as well as for the challenging part, and even to fine-tune your kickoff a little bit, because that seemed to be all over the place a little bit. I would recommend that you play 1v1s, just more, not necessarily main them or whatever, but play them a little bit more. You'll get a little more familiar with challenging and kickoffs, and it's good because it builds into you a mentality that you have to do it right or you're going to get scored on, and it just eliminates mistakes. Especially at your level, it's a very good thing to focus on to improve. So yeah, that's going to be about it for this one. I apologize that this one had a little bit of a weight to it. I got pretty busy with life and work and such, but I appreciate your patience. I hope this video helped you out tremendously. And for the rest of you guys who are watching, I appreciate you being around watching this. Hope you learned something, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace.